Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Ducks kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Starting to rise up on this early 3rd and 10. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davison. Just plowing ahead. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Wants to throw on first. Trying to make magic with his feet. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. They march to the red zone, and here they go. Touchdown, Oregon! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They're going to ride this running back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experienced depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
Coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Big hit knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First play of this drive. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 35, he's open. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Sells the run, looking to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Second down, gonna throw it. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Second down, gonna throw it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Oh, pressure's coming. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Right side, it's Craver. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking for space. It's Daniels. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The run inside. It's Dickens. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Reed. The short hands. It's Dickens. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Drops back. It's Reed. Left side is Edwards. Touchdown, Aggies! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Back to pass on second down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Red pass, it's complete. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Texas A&M going quickly.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Throws it off the RPO. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense, because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short, now set up in a first and goal situation.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Fresh center downs going to the air. Out wide right, it's Bear. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Throwing right. Hauls it in. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Drops back on 1st down. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd down.
Sweep. Hydro. Crush.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He lets one fly deep. Makes a deep grab. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And, man, that has to be frustrating for this defense. You give up a big play, what do you want the secondary to do? Man, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback at some point. And he kept going. He kept having time to go through. If I'm a defensive back, I'm going right to the defensive line. Hey, bro, can we get some pressure on the quarterback, man? That's unacceptable.
And his throw is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Second down to the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Cuts it upfield. It's Dickens. Defense right there to stop him in. And they get nothing on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Reed to throw. Rush right in his face. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Now here's Reed. Finds his target. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special. And because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Handoff to the single back. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Texas A&M going up tempo. Got a little space. Got enough for the first down. Might have a chance. He's at the 10. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. They'll run it. It's Daniels. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver going in motion. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Aggies!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
He's changing the play. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Trying to get behind the defense. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
In the red area, it's Daniels. Touchdown, Texas A&M! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half.
Ready?
Smith dropping to pass. Going for the big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Under pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Soft spot in the middle. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Now Oregon will call it second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Making the adjustment. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. Quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And
unleashes one deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this second half.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's not afraid to go deep. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Needs it here on 4th down. Makes the grab past the marker. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Takes the handoff. It's Daniels. He'll be knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Not sure that's going to matter except to his statistics as we are seconds away from halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Missouri, taking on the number 24 team, the Florida Atlantic Owls. And it's Missouri looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the 1st half.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Wants to throw on 1st. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Good play call offensively, and that's the right place to go with the football if you're the quarterback, but just a better job by the defender knocking that ball down.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this 2nd half. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
There he goes. The tag. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
And it's been more of the same in the 2nd half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And he added the extra point. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking for a gap. It's Davison. Runs through a tackle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime. He just said, look, we've got to get more physical, and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires quickly. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
More than enough time in the pocket, and he fires left. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! The 18 unit on the field. And it's up and no good.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Looking for room. It's Daniels. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Still looking to his right. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Upstairs, he's got it. Here he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Aggies. He got a step and just dusted the field. On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards for the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. To the ground. He's got it again. And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Edwards. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Throwing Reed. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This offense has it with really good field position. Going to the ground. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Right side, it's Johnson. Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. And the Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to pass. Fires to the right. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. On the delay, it's Daniels. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Reed fires to the middle. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Throws to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Second down, going to throw it. Caught. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Booster, booster! Hey, 692, love check!
They'll move the wide receiver. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. After that last possession, the interception, which did lead to a touchdown, might want to mix in a few more running plays with this big lead here. Using his legs, it's Daniels. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeps it on the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Drives inside. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
A&M comes back out with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Might as well run him again. Fighting off the defender. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They'll send the tight end in motion. Out wide left, it's Johnson. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Play fake, Reed. Fires on the move. Out wide right, it's Johnson. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Run in the red zone, it's Edwards. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Touchdown, Aggie! Fitted in the window for the score. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Selling the fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent.